Imagine being told, to your face, that you deserve to be lynched. That was my reality. I was 17, a black autistic girl just trying to survive high school. When my racist bully pushed me so far I thought I'd never recover. But what he didn't know is that karma was waiting in the shadows. And when it finally struck, it took everything from him. If you've ever wished that life would deliver justice to the people who hurt you, you're going to love this story. Hit that like button, subscribe, and stick around, because this isn't just about bullying. It's about betrayal, rage, and the sweetest revenge you can imagine. Setup: my life at the school. I went to a special high school for neurodivergent kids. For the most part, it was a safe place, somewhere people like me could learn without being judged. But then, there was him. We'll call him W, 17. White. Loud. Arrogant. He wasn't just a bully, he was a walking embodiment of every kind of bigotry you can imagine. And worst of all, the teachers barely did anything about it. From day one, W made me and my friends targets. My friend, let's call her L, was called a slut in front of everyone just because she wore shorts. Another time, he threatened to rape her. Not in a joke-y way. In a cold, direct, terrifying way. He'd scroll through Instagram reels, and when a dark-skinned black child popped up, he sneered, "I didn't even know people could get that dark." In forensics class, when we watched a sensitive video about a rape victim, W smirked and muttered, "Well, she wouldn't have been raped if she had a firearm." My stomach dropped. People shifted uncomfortably. The teacher pretended not to hear. "Another day," he said. "I like imperialism. Without the slavery." Whatever that even means, it was disgusting enough. He saw a picture of a Middle Eastern man and said, terrorist." When my best friend opened up about her mom's suicide, he told her it was her fault. I still remember her face crumbling like glass, right there in the hallway. And then came the final blow. One afternoon, he looked me dead in the eye and told me I deserved to be lynched. Not teased. Not mocked. Lynched. My chest went cold. I felt like my entire body had been emptied out. That word wasn't just an insult, it was a threat. A history soaked in blood. I hated him. I wanted nothing more than to see him rot in hell. But here's where the story takes a sharp twist. I had a close friend at school. They were 18, non-binary, and one of the few people I trusted completely. They had dissociative identity disorder, and I was cool with it. I even became friends with some of their alters. We shared the same interests, laughed about the same shows, traded playlists. East was my safe place in a school that often felt like a war zone. But then I got sick. Really sick. I missed a month and a half of school. And when I finally came back, what I saw shattered me. E was hanging out with W, my racist bully. At first, I tried to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they didn't know the full extent of what he had done. But no! They knew everything. Every slur, every threat, every knife he twisted in me and my friends. Still, they chose him. It was betrayal in its rawest form. It felt like being stabbed in the back by someone you trusted to guard your heart. Later, I learned one of their alters was racist too. And maybe that was part of it. But honestly, that didn't matter. What mattered was they'd looked at my pain and decided it wasn't important enough. I should have cut ties right then. But I didn't. Because some small, desperate part of me hoped they'd come back. That they'd miss me, apologize, and take accountability. But deep down, I knew better. The days blurred together. W's smug laugh echoed in every hallway. E's betrayal burned like acid in my chest. I couldn't eat sometimes. Couldn't sleep. My self-respect was slipping, and that scared me. Because I was always the girl who prided herself on never tolerating disrespect. I remember standing in front of my bathroom mirror one night, hands gripping the sink, whispering to my reflection, "Enough. Enough. He's going to pay." That was the moment everything changed. Revenge planning. I didn't want fists. I didn't want screams. I wanted humiliation. Public. Inescapable. Permanent. So I started collecting. Every slur. Every threat. Every cruel thing W had said, documented. I gathered screenshots, old messages, even asked classmates to send me recordings. Turns out, I wasn't the only one sick of him. People came forward quietly, slipping me evidence like contraband. And slowly, a picture formed. W wasn't just a jerk. He was a pattern of evil in human skin. Then I built my masterpiece. A 30-slide presentation. Dates. Quotes. Screenshots. Witness statements. All tied neatly with a bow. When I was done, I felt like I was holding a loaded weapon. The revenge. The opportunity came during a school-wide assembly. The principal had opened the floor for student issues. Normally, people complained about vending machine prices or bathroom locks. But that day, I raised my hand. My heart pounded like a war drum as I walked to the front. My hands were shaking, but my voice? My voice was steel. "Before I begin," I said, "I need everyone to see this." I plugged in the projector. And then, slide by slide, I exposed W. His threats. His racism. His cruelty. His lynching comment. The room grew quieter with every click. Teachers shifted uncomfortably. Students gasped. Someone in the back muttered, "Holy sh*T." I locked eyes with W. For the first time, his smirk was gone. His face drained white. The final slide was simple. The silence was deafening. And then, the dam broke. Students erupted, booing him, calling him out, shouting. Teachers scrambled. The principal looked like she wanted the ground to swallow her. And W? He bolted. Ran out of the gym like a coward. Within a week, he was suspended. By the end of the month, he was gone. Expelled. The satisfaction? Indescribable. For years, he'd made me feel small, powerless. But watching him lose everything, the respect of his peers, his place in school, his fake little throne, it was like breathing clean air for the first time. And they texted me once, saying I'd gone too far. I left them on read. Because here's the truth. If standing up for myself and my friends is too far, then I'll go too far every time. Looking back, I don't regret a thing. Sometimes, the only way to deal with evil is to shine a spotlight on it so bright that it burns away. Justice doesn't always come on its own. Sometimes, you have to build it yourself. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button. And tell me in the comments, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever seen? Don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this, because trust me, karma always finds a way.